Okay, in this video, we will multiply whole numbers by decimals and we will solve three problems. But if you want to pause the video here and attempt them, feel free. And so I'm going to show you all how to solve this problem in two different ways. But the very first way is to, instead of having it horizontal, you're going to have it vertical. So we have 11 times 0.3. Put a little line. So what we're going to do is simply multiply. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And in reality, we have a decimal here, so our decimal is right here. But if you notice, it goes 1 to the right. So in order to solve this problem, you have to go 1 to the left. And so our answer would be 3.3. Because it takes into account that this is not a regular 3. Like if you had 11 times 3, you would get 33. But you have 11 times 0.3. So we had to go 1 to the left. But I'm going to show you another way to solve this problem. And the other way to solve this problem is to really think, what does 0.3 mean? Like you could say 11 times, instead of saying 0.3, you could say 3 divided by 10. Because 3 divided by 10 is 0.3. And now what we could do is multiply and divide. 11 times 3 is 33, and we're dividing by 10. And 33 divided by 10 is 3.3. And so both ways are, great methods to solve this kind of problem. Now this is the second problem. If you want to pause the video and attempt it, feel free. Same procedure, we rewrite it as 25 times 2.2. So 2 times 5 is 10, so you put a 0. And then you carry a 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Do the exact same thing here. 2 times 5 is 10. Put a 0. Raise it to 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Now we bring this 0 down. 5 plus 0 is 5. And 5 by itself is 5. So we have 550. But we got to pay attention to the decimal because, again, starting out, your decimal is right here. Now you have one decimal to the right, so in order to take that into account, you have to go to the left by 1. So what we're going to actually end up with is a regular 55, or you could say 55.0, which is 55. And then we can box in this answer. So the answer to 25 times 2.2 would be 55. And again, this is one method to solve this problem, and I'll show you another one. So the other method is, again, you could rewrite this as 25 times 22 divided by 10. Because 22 divided by 10 is 2.2. So let's multiply this out. So you would have 25 times 22 divided by 10. And I'll change colors. You could divide both pieces by 5. If you divide this piece by 5, you get 5. If you divide this piece by 5, you get 2. And now you have 22 divided by 2, which you could also simplify. If you divide this piece by 2, you get 11. If you divide this piece by 2, you get 1. So you have 5 times 11. 5 times 11 is 55 divided by 1, so 55. So again, both methods work. Okay, our last problem, 123 times 4.56. So again, same procedure. We'll write it out. 123 times 4.56. So 6 times 3 is 18. Carry a 1. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. So we got to carry a 1 again. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. All right, we'll continue. Now we do our 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So we got to carry a 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So again, another carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1, you get 6. And then you have to do one more. All right, 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So you got to carry 1 again. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 4 times 1 is 4. And now we have all our pieces. So everything is nicely aligned. So we have 8 by itself. Bring down the 8. 3 plus 5 is also 8. Bring down an 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So put a 0. Then we have to carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9, you get 16. So put a 6 right here. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So you get this number right here. Now we got to count our decimals because initially the decimal is right here. And we have 2 to the right. So you got to go 2 to the left. So 1, 2. And so our final answer would be 560.88. And we can box it in. And I'll show you again the other method. So again, the other method, you could say 123 times, instead of 4.56, you could say 456 divided by 100. And then from here, you can just clean it up a little bit. So 123 times 456 divided by 100. So this is a multiplication sign, a little dot. Now this problem is going to be kind of messy. So we kind of just have to multiply this out. So it's not going to be that much faster, but let's do it anyways. Okay, so I'm going to need a little bit more room to do this. So 123 times 456. So regular multiplication. So, I mean, that's what we have to do. So 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1, we get 7. Now we do 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we have to carry the 1. 5 times 2 is 10. And 10 plus 1 is 11. So we got to carry the 1 again. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1, we get 6. And then 4 times 3, we get 12. Put a 2 right here. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 4 times 1 is 4. So let's clean this up. We bring down the 8. 3 plus 5 is also 8. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So put a 0, carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have 56,088. But we have to divide by 100. So 56,088, but we have to divide by 100. And so we would get ourselves, you go 2 to the left, 1, 2. So we have 560.88. And that's pretty much it on how to multiply whole numbers with decimals.